One of the biggest things that I think holds all of us back is assuming. Whether we assume we always have things right, whether we assume we always know what's best for our patients, clients, whether we assume that this person knows this person knows that. Seriously, assumptions kill us in the world of business. Think about how many times we've given the base details through to a client as a practitioner, and we assume they know a lot more about the situation than what they do. Maybe it's about an exercise we give, or the condition, or the rights and wrongs, the do's and don'ts. We do it all the time without really consciously thinking about it. Now, a client of mine was just chatting to me, just had a whole, I can't believe type moment, and it was based purely around the fact that her and two of her team just went and did a quick little doctor's visit to see two of the new registrars at one of their really good referrers down the road from their clinic. And basically the premise of the story was they spoke to the registrars about their team. They've got a couple of different modalities, and they assumed, and this was the big aha moment for this client of mine, they were assuming that we were in a situation where the GPs and the new registrars knew exactly what a physio was. Now, physio, we feel, is a pretty simple and easy one to explain, but that's even just a simple avenue of where we assume that people know, what we do, who we are, that can actually be a very misguided opportunity for us to build and grow our business. And it's even harder for other practitioners. Like exercise physiology is harder to make a registrar know and learn about than what it is for physio, for instance. So it becomes a situation that what are you doing in your business right now where you're assuming that people know exactly what you do, who you are, and how you can be a good solution for them, how they can refer to you, etc. You don't want to be out there just telling people that you're a physio, you're an EP, you're a dietitian, you're a podiatrist, you're a psychologist, etc., and assuming that they know. Because even if it's, hey, I'm a dietitian, I work with people's diet, where are you actually going into the detail to make them realise how easy and simple it actually is for them to refer to you? What are the triggers, what are the key words or the key phrases that they can look for with clients of their own that they can then naturally go, got to refer to these guys, right? Because while we assume that they know us, we assume that they're referring to us, we assume that they know what we do, a lot of the time they don't actually know, and GP education is probably the biggest one that all of us miss. So if you were to think about it right now, what are the two things, just pick two, what are the two things right now that you could pick from some of your referral sources right now that you've assumed they know, but with a tiny little bit of effort, you could actually do a lot of extra education, a lot of extra opportunity creating for them to send you more clients. Maybe it's with local sporting teams, maybe it's a corporate environment. There's loads of different ways to look at this. But what are the two things that you are probably assuming right now in your business as part of your marketing that they already know, or that you assume they already know, that you're assuming they understand how best to work with you? You're assuming, okay? So it's all about assumptions today. What are the two things that you are assuming right now? And there's probably 6 or 8 if you really stop and think about it. I mean, once I got off this call only a handful of minutes ago, I actually stopped for about 90 seconds and picked up 3 in one of my own clinics that we probably need to go back and review as well as a net result of this. So I'm just passing on the thought process right now. What are the 2 right now that you could grab for 1 or 2 of those referral zones and not assume, but actually go in and have a really nice tactful, a really positive tact on creating that opportunity where you take the assumption out and you use that as a point of difference, as a good opportunity creator to be able to drive more business? Because honestly, one of the biggest frustrations right now for me, thinking about it, is so many allied health professionals and medical professionals assume so many avenues that we shouldn't, and that in itself is a major roadblock, a major speed bump for you not getting your business ahead further in that. And now if a whole bunch of your competitors are doing the same thing, that is something that's super easy, super quick, and amazingly powerful that you can capitalize on right now. It takes like 90 seconds of your time. Go and do it. Pull out the bullshit around the assumptions. Go and pick the 2 things right now and work that channel, because I guarantee in the next 10 to 15 business days, that will completely flip, and you will pick up loads of clients as a net result. So don't assume, especially when it comes to your marketing. Break down the two things that you're assuming right now that you know you can flip and you can use as the opportunity creator to drive more business. I personally guarantee if you do this, not if, but when, you will dead set get multiple more clients in the next 3 weeks. Absolutely guaranteed. I'm going to stop talking, go and do it now, and you watch what it does for your business. Cheers.